do these minis need to sit in the sun anymore, or are they good?
Yeah, the Tinas need to be in the sun.
What's Brexit?
I hit the button, but I guess you can't hit them back.
Hey guys, we've been muted that whole time, and I talked a lot, and
We did a recap.
We're on the surface.
Yeah.
I explained Brexit.
You asked me to explain Brexit, and I did a fantastic job.
You can't prove
But you'll
that.
never prove that it happened. So, recap of the recap. They killed a bunch of drow. They saved a sun elf who's obsessed with drow. They didn't kill the hostages. That's not typical for games that we play. Typically hostages get killed. No survivors. What else? They went back to the surface.
The drow priestess.
Yeah, they killed a drow priestess who was pretty powerful and important. When they got back to the surface, Tar wanted the money that he was owed for placing bets that he would come back. Everybody already paid up earlier when the group first came back like 2 weeks ago off of that bet, so nobody actually had that money anymore. So he beat the shit out of them because it's Tar, and Tar wanted his money that he was rightfully owed. So he got his money back, and then everyone else got money because I forgot to bring my note with the exact amounts that everyone placed their bets on. I just gave them a nice 5,000 gold pieces to call it even. And then, what else? Is there anything else? Nope, we were just gonna... I asked them what they would like to do, and then I was then asked to explain the process of the Brexit. So that's the recap of
It's
the
something
recap.
that needs a process?
I got a bunch of shit to sell.
Alright, you got a bunch of shit to sell. What kind of shit do you want to sell?
I have a whole bunch of gems. I have 4 fake sapphires, 1 diamond worth 100 gold,
Right.
150 gold worth of gems, 1 uncut diamond worth 500, 5 moss agates, a pearl necklace, 2 blades of the night, a drow priestess armor and jewelry. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so you already know where a good place to sell typical jewelry to. It's that Duragar fella who worked up where BA got all of his gold bling and stuff. You guys had a good deal. He already likes you guys because you're pretty good business with him. Any of the stuff you have there, you can sell it at the regular, whatever the price next to it says. He appraises it fairly.
Okay, there's not prices next to all these.
Oh, the ones with prices it has. Can you repeat the ones that don't have prices? Because
4 fake sapphires.
fake sapphires, if you want to sell it to them without telling them they're fake, you'll have to do some kind of deception check on it. Granted, he's very good at discerning jewels since it's his job, so he probably wouldn't be the person to sell those.
I don't know they're fake sapphires.
Oh, you don't know they're fake sapphires.
He does, I don't.
Okay. You bring him the jewels. The last thing he looks at will be the sapphires. Going through, he appraises the stuff. Besides the fake sapphires, what else did you have? The signets, where those cost?
The 5 moss agates, a pearl necklace.
Moss agates are worth 100 each, so because they're finely cut and pretty sizable.
Okay. And then a pearl necklace.
Pearl necklace. That wasn't magical. I was like, was that a magical pearl necklace or not? It was not. That is worth 200 gold.
Okay.
And any other ones?
No.
All right. So you're going through, and then you get down to the fake sapphires, and he looks back up at you. He's like, "You're trying to sell me this garbage. This isn't even real." He like holds it up and like shows you and then you look through his little eyepiece.
Loop.
Loop.
Like a loop.
Loop?
That's what I'm saying.
L-O-O-P.
Yeah, I said loop.
Yeah, he said that like loop.
Loop. Anyways, he shows
Groundhog
you,
Day.
and this is clearly fake. How could you not have known? And he's like, he looks around. He's like, I could probably resell these still, and he buys them from you for a gold apiece. Unless you would like to keep them and sell them to somebody who's less experienced, which he says you could try, and if you find a dumb enough person, you could probably get 50 gold each from them.
Rocks of detection are worth more than a gold piece. I'll keep them.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's true. They are usable as rocks of detection.
Wow.
Shiny rocks of detection.
They are shiny rocks of detection. It's slightly different. They do help you find sources of light by reflecting them. Which the normal rock of detection is not capable of doing. But when you're able to see it, you can tell that there's light, but you're not sure how bright it is.
Cool.
What? How does that work?
I don't know. It's all nonsense.
We're
Just
not
move on.
jewelers.
Yeah.
Jewelers.
Dude, it's a magic item. How would you know?
Okay, I have 2 blades of night.
2 blades of night.
All right.
Yeah.
Black, but it's also white. Well, come on.
That's a D6 right there. 1 point.
We're gonna take a long.
Mark it
rest
down.
anyway.
1 point. We never know.
Also, he didn't say anything about the pearl necklace, so I kind of.
I'm surprised he didn't.
I was away from the table at the moment.
Yeah, I
Well, you were out of
I was like, he probably deserved that one, but
Yeah.
okay.
I did.
He thought about it.
It was a low hanging fruit.
I had like 3 jokes.
Oh my, only 3? You're so tame tonight.
Okay, 2 blades of night.
2 blades of night. Those were very rare. Let me look at the exact way.
You're good at that.
Those cost. Huh?
The eyebrow thing. Kind of freaky.
What would you do this time? I have video evidence of what you did.
Well, I'm not sure.
Bullshit! I keep fucking up the stream, so you probably don't. And you're never gonna upload it, so.
Hey, that's not wrong. I have all but like 2 or 3 of this session or this campaign uploaded.
Okay.
Only 2 or 3.
Only, and it's like, how important could they be? I don't think it's the Kuotoa episode, which was
Oh, in
one
that
of my.
case, that would be a pity, yes.
That would be a pity. Oh man, where the hell are all my notes? I have so
That's the
many.
title of the stream.
That would be a great
No,
game.
what's the title? I forgot. Don't buy babies.
Don't buy
Flat
babies.
babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's leave that in
so-
obscurity.
Holy shit. Oh, those aren't very rare. That's rare. It's supposed to be 3rd tier, not 4th tier magic item. So those are rare items, which is only 500 platinum piece each.
Okay.
God.
So I can another
She
10 grand.
pays the top amount. Like, she doesn't give a shit. However,
So,
after you hand those over, well, it seems I'm low on currency. I think I will be taking my leave from town. It's been a pleasure working with you. You have acquired me quite many goods. Thank you.
Wait, do we kill her?
And she starts to...
She doesn't have any money.
yeah, she just.
But she has a bunch of magic items.
But they're shit!
Yeah.
I haven't seen them yet.
Maybe she bought some from some other people.
Yeah,
you never
maybe.
know.
All right.
So she starts packing up. Yeah. That's about all that happens there.
Drow priestess armor and jewelry.
There is an elven enclave in town. It is a high elven enclave, so they're more likely than anyone to be interested in it. However, what's her name? I have it right.
Miss Fangirl.
Marta. Yeah, Marta goes up to. Oh, wait! Before you go there, can I just go and check, like, how much I have? Like, how much do you want for it?
Have them bid.
We'd have to go to 2 different places. We'd be running back and forth the whole time.
Have her follow us.
I'm right here.
With all of our money.
Would they do this?
Just,
I'm not gonna. I can't do anything about it. You have it. How much money?
Get
do you
bored
want?
over here.
I
So
don't know
bored,
how
I'm
much
thinking
it's
of
worth.
taking up a hobby.
What kind of hobby? I like hobbies. One of my favorite hobbies is drawing. Just looks in her notebook.
You said it would be worth like 5,000 with just the jewels. 10,000.
I'll see if I have that. But like, what if I keep going adventuring with you guys to help pay off some of that?
A question. Would you do something?
I killed one spider and almost killed another.
That is a fair question.
I'll not let you guys die as best as I can.
What kind of answer is that?
One that keeps us alive.
I don't know if that's true.
The answer doesn't keep us alive. The follow through might.
I did help you guys. You were gonna get surrounded. I macked one across the face and killed it.
I mean, you did do that, but I don't think
You saw the two immediate threats there, right?
Yes.
And what'd you do about them?
Kept myself safe. From
What about us?
I wasn't hired by you.
You know, keeping yourself safe is a viable combat technique.
That's right. What are we doing with this guy?
I give the most exhausted look.
Sure,
To make
slowly
Swain.
backs away.
Well, okay. Look,
5,000 gold and you travel with us.
deal. I know I can do that.
Okay.
And then she goes off.
Wait, how do we get all your loot?
What?
No.
That, I already made the deal, though. It's too late to amend it.
Damn it.
You would have had been quicker on that. She runs away before you can try anything else.
All right, now let's leave.
I mean, you could.
We could, yeah.
That'd be so awesome.
She's going to the bank right now. You could just hire a mugger or something for cheap and have him.
Oh, like in Brazil.
Or we could just be the mugger.
It's true.
Have it be Tar. He's apparently dead.
Hand all over your money. I am someone you don't know.
The most recognizable guy.
You're like wearing like a bandana that's like barely covering your chin.
Wow. Yeah. Not sure you're gonna get away with that one.
Hey, Papa Zap's here. Welcome back.
Oh man. Okay.
Fucking ridiculous.
So.
I mean,
About-
I'm pretty sure her identifying and stuff will eventually pay off itself because what's his face disappeared.
Who?
Reza Waltzmuffin. He's somewhere.
He's not here.
No, he's not here.
I
He's
think he
somewhere.
was.
That was the joke I was trying to make. But thank you.
When
for-
we got back to the surface, he had said something about hookers. I don't know what it was.
That we need them.
Wait, he wasn't even here when we went to the surface. I'm very confused. Anyway, identify. She'll do that for us.
Would you, is there anything else you guys would like to do on the surface?
And I want to find maybe anything that can help increase my defense.
You're not armored, right?
I'm not armored.
I gave you guys advantage on it because you know a lot of people. Damn. Yes, there are one set of bracers of defense, which is only. Is it uncommon or rare?
I don't know.
Well, you know what?
Not any-
It's not a buyer's market right now, so I'm gonna roll some dice and see how much those are. You know what? It is a buyer's market according to the dice, and there is only 1,000 gold pieces for it. I don't know if that's high or low for bracers of defense, but in this world, that is what they are right
I'll
now.
pay for it because I forgot to split up the money for the stuff.
About 30 to 40 minutes later, you see Marta come back in, trying to find you guys at the yawning portal. She has like a box in her hand and like holding a bag in her mouth, and like she looks like she's carrying a bunch of stuff. She like sets it down. She's like, "Okay, so they didn't have enough gold, I guess, to give it to me all in gold." She opens up the box. It's filled with copper. And she puts the sacks down. She just pulls out a bunch of stuff and she's like, "I swear this is 5,000 gold pieces
Do they
worth of
hate
stuff."
Yeah.
I don't know, but when I asked to withdraw all the money I had in my account, they looked very upset with me.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So they gave me this. I counted it. It's all there. You're welcome to count it.
Insight, because that sounds like bullshit. 21.
She didn't count it. She didn't. You think that she's like half telling the truth, where like she counted some of it and then just like did like the comparison thing, like, but not really like a
Like
full
when you
count.
stack pennies.
Yeah, it's like when you stack it, but it's like, you know, these aren't perfectly flush. Like these
Yeah.
don't go through a perfect mint, so it's like there's pretty close. It plus or minus some.
I'm getting
amount.
6,000 here.
While this happens,
You lied.
You say, slap her and walk away.
While this happens, I'm on stage playing drums lazily at an 11 and telling a story of Marta's combat prowess extremely sarcastically.
Sarcastically, as in like you're overhyping it, or you're making the
Like it
mundane
making your
sound
yeah,
exciting.
It sound like, yeah, like it.
You made her standing around sound heroic.
In some way.
In some way. Okay.
Clearly highlighting that she was just standing
People,
around.
hey, cat, don't rub your face on that. You'll move the microphone.
Yeah. That's what I would. That's what
He's about to, or he so used to Mikey. What was I gonna say? So you're playing along. People are like listening. The ones that are only like half listening to it, it's where like when you're listening to music and you only hear about half the lyrics, so you don't really know what the song's about, and they're like feeling like, whoever this Marta person is must be pretty like strong or something.
The rolls are bad.
Yeah. But then when people who are listening get like the full context and understand the sarcastic tone that's to it. Yeah, like you didn't play well enough to get it out perfectly because you said you're doing it lazily.
Well, that's because of the rules.
Yeah. So overall, like the people who are actually listening, which is maybe like 5, get the true meaning of what you're going about. The rest of the populace is either not really listening, it's kind of just background noise, or they're like coming in and out and they're only hearing like the more interesting, cool, exaggerated parts.
Can I end with Marta sucks?
It's your song. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I end with Marta sucks.
People who you get to a slightly larger group of people and they rethink of the things they heard and put the new context of Marta sucking, being like, oh, that must not have actually happened like that or something.
All right, good. Just want to make sure everybody knows.
Slightly
Marta
more,
sucks.
not only slightly more people get the message of Marta sucking.
That's fine.
You don't have a magic weapon, do you?
I don't know.
Let's get you a magic weapon.
He is a magic weapon against sadness.
And he'll. Let's get you a magic weapon.
Yeah, that was just too wholesome for me to hurt you.
I don't even know what to do with that.
I don't either.
Is that
honestly.
onion or lettuce?
I think I'm
Let's
pretty sure
find
it's
out.
lettuce.
But
Okay, I was about to say that is.
Tapeworm.
Oh, it's tape.
I haven't had that one yet today.
It's foot lettuce.
Is that how you lose so much weight? That used to be the diet.
Yeah.
He goes to take a bite and it just.
He doesn't even get to
Does
his
an alien
mouth.
thing.
Yeah, it doesn't even get to his mouth. Just man,
This is D&D.
that cat is very upset.
Well, we got 2 choices.
Yeah.
You know, it'll knock everything over, or we'll
Yeah.
hear it cry.
We're fine. We're
And,
fine.
and he'll be crying in here too, so.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I just feel bad for him more, but not
'Cause you
bad
have a
enough
cat
to
now.
let.
Oh, can we put a filter on it so it sounds like a roar?
No.
We'll fix it in post.
So we go to find him a magic mall.
Magic Mall. You go to Mall of
I
America.
was gonna say.
And,
No, it's not magic.
That sounds like the coolest magical weapon.
Mall of America.
It's a large eagle.
2d8 points of patriotism.
It gets its own damage type.
It's just a big eagle head, and you just pierce it into someone.
It's 2 eagle heads on both sides.
1 on each side.
I like 2 on each side better.
Oh, and it has a gun on it.
It has a gun in
And a
its
shark is just
So like, you
Works
know
as a
how
ranged
normally,
weapon, too, yeah.
normally it holds like the olive leaf and the arrow. It's just 2 desert eagles, more eagle.
And instead of like the talons, it's like 2 like muscular arms.
Yes.
Oh, and they have guns too.
Oh,
Yeah.
straight out of Broforce?
Yeah. Man, I really like this. So you go you're asking around about a magic mall, and you end up in a large complex that is a mall. Like there's a food court and everything like that. But everything is very mundane magical items. You feel like you might have gotten the wrong directions, but you have found yourself at Yield Cinnabon. And they seem to be selling stuff that smells delicious and sugary.
Tar goes right up to the counter. Where's the damn wall?
You're in the mall, buddy.
Tar picks up his maul and slams it on the counter. Maul.
Oh, you want to mall? Head over to mall and stuff. You look like you turn your head. It's like the big department store at the end of it. Mall and stuff. It's in
And one of those.
fancy things. Okay, 3 copper.
You know, I really don't appreciate the puns.
And he hands over a Yield Cinnabon. When once per day, you can consume this and get 1 hit point back. You have 1 more hit point.
Question, can we still eat more than 1?
You can. You progressively feel worse, and after eating a dozen, you get 1 point of exhaustion.
Wow, Mace, you can get through a dozen before
And
that.
1 year off your.
Well, you can't
off your
get rid of
lifespan.
it.
Thing that's really cool about what these are really cool about these is they come
really
in
one point of
boxes of
diabetes.
12.
That sounds gross.
And I go off to malls and stuff.
You go to malls and stuff. You enter.
Michael.
It's like you just entered your heaven.
No, this one.
One entire wall of this building is just filled with various malls of different shapes, sizes, colors, and like designs. And then there's random other stuff like like swords and
There's and stuff.
yeah, it's the and stuff. And the and stuff is every other part of the store, but the malls is the big main wall there. And they're all set up individually where the colors, when you look at it from like 30 feet back, it looks like a large mural of a mall on the wall.
Wow, impressive.
Question: is it like a Guitar Center where people
Yes.
are poorly swinging
Yes.
malls around?
Yes.
You didn't even let me get through the bad joke. You just
No, I knew exactly where you're going and I liked it.
Okay.
It's not a bad joke. That is happening. There are people standing around. There's like these really scrawny people picking up this. Oh man, this is a double-sided mall. It's like basically a regular mall, but it's like half a foot longer with another mall on the other end of it. Like, and this really scrawny guy's trying to lift it up and can't even like get the head off the ground.
I pick it up and put it back.
Yeah, you do it with these.
I put it like just above his head.
I can't reach it now. And he's like, "Hey, mister, why'd you do that?" It's like a little halfling kid. Or adult, you can't tell. You're much
I don't
taller
know
than him.
if I should shout or scream boo. Boo?
Runs away.
It's a kid.
Come on.
You're not sure. Well, the adults have bravery. They get the racial feats.
I need them all!
One of the
You're in the
employees looks
military.
over. He's like, "Dude, they're all around. Just pick one, man."
Which one's magical?
Points at points over. There's like a couple shiny one, like 2 rows on the wall that are shinier and like nice little sparkle
The
to them.
names are purple.
The names underneath have like different flares. The rest of them have gray names. There's a couple that have some green names, and then a few with orange and purple names as well.
They have the orange names.
You should really compare the.
There's only one of the orange
DPS.
names.
That's still impressive.
It's at the very top. It has 2 eagle heads.
Damn it, I need to look at that one.
And no,
You go over. It's like you have to like get a ladder, like one of those really like library ladders
Yeah.
is on the wall. You have to like move it over, and then even you, yeah, it's like. And like you can only get 1 foot on a step at a time because it's made for an average size, like smaller than average size person almost. And you like climb up and you grab it, and you bring it down to the ground. This thing is a specimen of beauty. And it's one of the larger ones they have. I just read no stairway to
Yeah,
heaven.
I was gonna say something about
Somebody's
that, yeah.
just swinging the mall, hitting like random things, making the drum beat, and then somebody just starts humming the rest of
Do
it.
you think I could send somebody to a stairway in heaven?
He might.
I'll get you a highway to hell.
That wasn't nice.
Whoa.
That was a little. That was I liked it, I guess. And you look at it. You look at the name. This is the Mall of America.
Who's America?
she's the goddess of
war and agriculture.
Agriculture. Yeah.
Why does she have a mall? Why does she have eagles?
I don't know.
Why do I care?
man.
I was about to
Does
say,
it hit
don't you
hard?
care? Don't you care about what it does? Tell me about the
Who can
religious.
tell me about this mall?
What's the religious significance of this mall?
What are its magic properties?
Well, if you go to the town of Orlane and poke around a little bit, you'll find the Temple of America, and from there, there's some cultists and then you gotta face Spirit Naga. It's all quite harrowing.
Tara's walking away, looking for someone.
You go and ask around, and you get an answer.
If we had more watches, they'd get that.
So this mall is a
Lane?
plus
I'll tell you later.
2 magical mall that deals 2d8 bludgeoning instead of 2d8 2d6 bludgeoning as a regular maul does.
Damn!
So it's a stronger maul all around. When hit on a non-patriotized enemy, it deals an extra 1d4 cool damage.
Question.
Yes.
If it slays an enemy with a crit, does it imprison their soul forever?
It actually doesn't imprison their soul, but it does make it harder for their children to make money.
Oh my god.
I'll call it the boomer.
Call it the boomer. That was okay.
What's it cost?
Too much.
It's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost a lot indeed.
I'm currently carrying like all the money, and I'm kind of willing to dump it all into this.
Why not? What good's the money gonna do you
I
next
guess that's
week?
true. I mean,
Well, yeah, and he's the
freedom has
heaviest
no value.
hitter.
or, you
It
know.
costs 40,000 gold pieces.
Wow.
It's pretty good. I rolled low. It was in favor.
Well, they do it for 16,000.
16? Give me a persuasion check with
Oh, fuck.
advantage.
Oh, let me help with that.
He looks like Nicolas Cage.
He has advantage already.
He's Nicolas Cage. He has advantage on all charisma checks.
18.
18. Oh, I rolled a natural 1, so yeah. The guy is looking. He's like, well, I can't do that, but I'll give you a discount. And instead of putting like a 14% discount, he accidentally does a 91% discount. So if you want to do the math, you pay whatever that cost differential is, or you can just give them however much you feel like that you were already giving them.
Does anyone else smell smoke?
So you told Rick he can either do math or not do math?
Yeah, either give him all the gold he has, or he can do the math.
I'll give him 3,600 gold.
Ah, that seems like a fair deal.
That's the 91% off.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
yeah, he's
gonna
really
do the math.
He's really bad with.
You asked Rick if he's going to do the math. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I figured he was gonna do the math. All right, so you now have. What do we want to call? Let's just call it the Patriot. That's a
Yeah.
little bit easier.
That seems very.
Yeah, the Patriot. Instead of cool damage, it's
Patriot.
radiant damage, so you can actually do something with it. It might be more effective at killing things. And non-patrioted things is non-lawful. Anything chaotic aligned.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm gonna look for a magic whip.
Magic whip. Yeah, you find one. It's the whip of usually hitting your target, and thank you. I like that.
Usually hitting your target.
Instead of rolling an attack roll, you just roll. You roll a d20, and if it's over 10, you hit, and it deals 2d4 plus 10 flat damage.
That's kind of cool.
It does not crit though.
That seems better for anyone other than me.
And okay, and it's able to go the range of your vision.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
You roll!
I'll take it.
I rolled a natural 20 to see if I was gonna give it 30 feet of hit range. Let's just leave it at 30, even though
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I was
Did
like,
you have like 120?
Looks at the
My
mice.
sight is 60.
yeah, I was like, let's not do that. Let's just say 30 feet. It's a 30-foot range whip, and it's a hit or miss. And it does a ton of damage flat.
I'll take it. How much is it?
10,000 gold. I'm just making up items. Who fucking cares?
It feels good to give up, doesn't it?
You guys are gonna die because you don't have a healer. What do I care what items you have?
There's sort of a healer.
I guess. You're going further into a more dangerous area. This is great. I love it.
Is there any form of explosive that I can buy?
There's a powder keg that's used on ships for cannons.
How big is that?
Well, you can buy a bigger one and put it in smaller kegs. So,
I mean, we're talking like this big.
It's like a big barrel. You can get into a small, like, portable cave.
Like fit in a backpack.
Yeah, you can probably fit one in a backpack. It'd take up the majority of the room of the backpack, though.
Are you familiar with the term hoisted by your own petard?
I only know what a petard is. What's hoisting?
It means to be thrown up in the air. You want to hear the story? You want to hear the story? So, in the olden days, when they used to blow up gates to get into a castle they were sieging, they would use a petard, which is a small barrel of gunpowder with a fuse in it. And you'd light the fuse, and you'd have to run up to the gate, drop your petard in front of the gate, and then run away.
Oh, no.
If you timed it badly, the explosion went off while you were still in range of the explosion, and you got thrown in the air. Hoisted by your own petard. The more you know, the more... So, yeah, whatever.
The less you have to Wikipedia.
Well, now the healer's here.
I need to use this whip on a Trask or something.
Hey, what's up?
Because I'm going to hit half the time.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's really fucked up.
It doesn't deal magical damage, though. So it's resistant.
Oh, ask for a magical whip.
No, he did.
Are we all dead?
I mean, it is magical, it just doesn't deal magical damage.
Oh, God.
He has the whip of usually hitting your target. On a roll of 11 or higher, it'll hit the target.
It is magical because I'm a Kensei monk, and all my Kensei weapons count as magical.
Whatever, who cares?
Fuck yeah!
That's the rules. That's what I get. You know what? Just because of that, it's now
None.
a 14 or higher.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
So I'm not buying it.
Oh, there you go.
Well, this is... All right, now let's try and get that box out of the water.
Oh, fuck.
There, please don't.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not that hard. But if he had the whip of usually hitting his target, it would be really easy.
Now it's not usually hitting the target now.
That's true.
Just roll.
Whip of occasionally hitting your target.
That's every whip.
But it's stronger than most whips.
All right.
I feel like that's a munchkin weapon.
What did I walk into?
That's what inspired it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What did you walk into?
You walked into, this is the last streamed one of this campaign, and then we're switching back to my old campaign that I was running, because
Which
I wanted to play it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm just, you know, they have a
could
ton of
play
money, and
Val
I'm letting them spend
I'm
it
not
on
Val
odd
already.
magic items.
The embodiment.
They ask for
Of
stuff, and I
chaos.
just try to think of the weirdest thing, like the whip of
you hit some.
usually. I feel like usually, and that being like a 40% ish chance is fair. 12 and up.
Usually. Regardless, I'm not getting it.
Can I get the ring of bureaucracy?
I just
The
imagine
answer
that's,
is yes.
Yeah.
I imagine that's just a ring with just a stamp, like a refilling stamp. On the...
Interesting that you say that. This is much more than that. Not only does the seal, when you utter the magic word, spring magical wax on the tip of it for you to be able to press into things. It also is capable of communicating with all other bureaucrats wearing the ring to much more improve your bureaucracy.
Yes.
Wow.
So no one else want one?
It's only attunable by bureaucrats.
I barely want you to have one.
So you have to be lawful at minimum.
At minimum.
Preferably work in some form of manner similar to what he's done.
Magical, unarmed weapons.
You get
Gloves,
you
boots,
get
I don't care.
you get gloves of hitting a little bit harder, and they have little magical studs in it. Where the glove itself isn't magical, but as long as you hit with the studs, it still counts as a +1 weapon.
You have a +1 glove, so I'm not getting that.
Oh, okay. Well,
It sounds cool.
Oh, this place is awash. Let's go.
It's malls and stuff. What do you expect?
yeah, this is all in malls and stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna go to Monks R Us. I don't care.
Oh, well, now that you mentioned that, there's other items. Well, they're
Wait, didn't they just go out of business?
No, they're going out of business. I'm gonna get a good deal.
yeah. That's hey, yes, and
You know, no, you're thinking of Rangers Are Us.
Oh.
But I hear, you know what? There's some interest in them coming back to business.
but it's only pop-up.
Is that like
shops, so-
Cleric City?
That's been dead for a long time.
Barred by.
Paladin
Barred
boutique.
by.
You find
We can
you
keep going.
find some Quicken step boots. They give you an extra 5 feet of
People
movement.
still use Quicken?
Sure, why not?
Is that a thing?
And it's a uncommon item, so it's like 500.
Cool.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, shit. I was so bad about that one.
That one's almost dead.
Well, you guys have been just shopping some interesting things.
Well, we already proved that.
Anyone else have a
What Rick
clever
said.
name for a shop they want to go to, and I'll make up random items accordingly?
Knucklebuster.
Knucklebuster. You find it, and like the symbol is like a hand, but like the fingers are all like broken off the wrong way, like this way, and the knuckles are all destroyed and whatnot. And you go inside, and it's a boxing like a sparring place.
Oh.
Oh. Monkey's Paw and Haberdashery.
Oh God!
Wow.
Let's do this.
All right. So you enter in.
Cursed wish rings.
What?
So you enter in the Monkey's Paw and Haberdashery. Sitting at it is a small figure, hooded, looks oddly disjointed, and you see a singular hand reach out to greet you. The hand looks small and decrepit, and as it's waving, you hear a raspy voice, but not out loud. It's almost indiscernible where it's coming from. It's clearly not coming from the creature itself. And it speaks out, "Welcome to my haberdashery.
Haberdashery.
Are you interested in buying some wares?" And the scent of mercury and other hat creating products of the olden days hits your nose. There are dozens and dozens of busts, like mannequin busts, wearing various fancy hats. You see a large blue hat with some sparkly lensed goggles sitting on top of it. It looks kind of like an 1800s like going out hat. But men's style, not female style, unfortunately, if that was what you're looking for. You see various other top hats and fancy fanceries. You see some nice feathered hats as well. You see this peculiar cap with a straight flat bill, and on it has like a little woodpecker doing this, like giving a thumbs up. It's a very odd looking hat, all embroidered. And you see a straw hat.
Straw hat.
Yes, it's torn and whatnot. It looks like it's ready to sit on the bayou with it. Comes with a corn pipe.
Not corn cob.
Corn.
Core.
Yes, it is a corn that's turned into a pipe.
It's still wet
Oh god.
because it was already boiled.
Yeah, sure. And you stand in there, and he's sitting there, or maybe he's not really sure. And then after a long pause, you hear like it was taking a breath or something, and then it continues. Or would you like to have your fortune read and futures told? And like when it breathes, only the top half of it moves, and like the bottom half seems unconnected to its breathing.
Like a stretched jetpack.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Fortuna.
You got this.
Yes.
Can you breathe?
Usually.
What's my fortune?
Well, come here. Are you willing to pay the price?
How much?
We'll discuss it.
Question.
Yes.
Will it be my soul?
Maybe.
Well, yes.
I'm unsure.
Insight check.
For what?
Either way, he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Said unsure.
Still an insight check. It wasn't good,
All right.
but it wasn't bad.
You.
What was?
Whoa,
I was like, it wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. Well, what is it? 13.
You have to inside check him to figure it out.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
12.
Oh, even better.
So yeah.
Potentially not.
Go for it.
Okay.
That's all.
That's
You,
all you need.
you, the small figure, like the bottom half twists and jumps off the stool, and the top half like lags behind it as it walks over to the door and closes the door, locks it. Come, and it goes behind
Lock us
some.
in here.
Locked him in there. Nobody else went in.
I'm joking.
But yeah, you guys all standing outside, the door locks and you hear it lock.
I'm sure that's fine.
It's normal.
And
for him.
you go into the back room, and there is a small table with a ball sitting in like a 3-pronged apparatus of some sort, and the haberdasherer sits on the other end of the table and invites you to sit down.
I said,
You sit.
Make a dexterity.
Tell me, young one, where do you come from? As like it's reaching out to grab your hand, like it's like pointing at your hand.
Take my strong hand.
It's my strong hand.
I don't remember what
Like
it said.
picks up your like grabs your hand. It's cold and like feels rough. And it just pulls it towards it slowly, and like puts your hand face down, and then it goes and grabs like into its pocket, pulls out a feather dipped in some kind of goo, and like wipes the goo on your hand a little bit. Tell me, what do you want to know of your future?
Just completely unnecessary. Oh, is that supposed to? No, it's just dirty.
It's getting more weirder and weirder by the moment.
It's continuously reaching into its pockets and pulling out other
Things to
trinkets
rub
and
on me.
trinkets and baubles. It pulls out some form of wax and starts putting it on the tips of your fingers.
Will I ever... Shit, I don't know. I don't know why I did this. I don't really have any questions.
Shit.
No! Oh God!
rubs the crystal ball in the center.
Oh no. I might die.
You have died of dysentery.
It starts to glow, and then you see the inside, some swirling, potentially some kind of thick, heavy, not quite solidified metal is inside.
Good metal.
And you just see it start to bubble, and then parts of it start to rise, and it's and different letters all appear on the top. And after a while, in some language you can't read, appears, and it's like, it looks at it. Oh dear. Outcome is uncertain.
Okay, next one. What kind of hat would I look good in the future?
Puts the hand back on. Puts the hand back onto it. Looks into it. The feathered fedora seems to be the hat for you. I see images of you dancing.
Ooh.
I don't see anyone with you though. But you look happy. Oh, I can't tell if you're crying.
What, but...
I have so many questions now. I have so many questions.
What am I?
Reaches into the hand and pulls out like a small a small needle and like pricks it into the center of your hand and like pushes down. The needle goes far. It doesn't hurt or anything, but it seems to go all the way down. Can't tell if what's going on because it doesn't hurt or anything, but as far as you're aware, what through your hand is now in the table.
Next question.
As a soul has been.
Are you about to steal my soul?
Puts her hand or its hand on the crystal ball. It says I should say no. And pulls out a small like ruby and puts it next to your hand.
Shillelagh!
Why not?
All the hats I can carry.
Give me a duck.
No, you're just locked in there by yourself with this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24.
24.
We're over at permanent stat increases for less.
Yeah. It is for less than the full price, but still a lot.
Hit.
Hold on.
Shield.
Not quite something like that. Where are you aiming?
What are you?
Yeah, what are you hitting?
What are you trying to hit?
Crystal ball.
So it's... I can't remember how it's made up. It's like this thing.
So it's a fully robed figure,
Uh-huh.
but it seems to be disjointed somewhere between where the chest and below would be, because you saw like they twist kind of independently of each other.
And we're sitting.
You are sitting. You can only, I guess, easily
Overhand swing into the dome.
Okay. As you do that, you swing down, clonking something on something, but it doesn't feel like normal when you hit like a skull. How it has like that satisfying thunk.
You know that feeling.
Yeah, you know that feeling. You've done it a lot. It sounds more like a slurp noise, like you're hitting something not very solid, and you just see like and you see the top half kind of like sink down a bunch, and then half of it wiggles and falls off where and the hand is no longer touching you, and you hear the disembodied voice say, "Uh-oh, that was rude."
God.
All right.
No
Give
returns.
me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's not so. He's good at those.
Yeah, that should be problematic.
I think he's strength and charisma, so.
But his
15!
15.
he makes it.
The next thing you hear is leave, and you fail the command, and you feel obligated to leave the store.
See ya.
And you start walking away.
See,
You go. The door's locked. You unlock it, and you walk out. And instantly, you're like, "Why did I just leave?"
What the hell? What's up with her hand?
Your hand is just covered in this weird stuff. You you give it a sniff, and it doesn't smell nice.
It, like I totally got my mind blown by the realities of the universe and all things.
Does
I mean, it probably wouldn't take much.
Yeah,
Did you get
no,
a hat?
dude, it was... No, I tried to steal my soul and I hit it and it... Let's just leave.
maybe.
What about that?
All right, so over at
there's a
permanent
feather
stat
fedora in
increases
there.
for less.
I stare longingly.
They are
at the
sold
feather
out
fedora.
of all of the
was
useful
awesome.
items because they are going out of business.
Why are they open?
As they're going out of business sale, and you get in right as the last person's buying some tome of some sort. It's this very this small person who looks very charismatic, and they're walking out and they're like, oh boy, and they're skipping down the street, and then they skip to I make good life decisions. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm really tired.
Good Life Decisions Hut.
Good life decisions hut.
Yurt.
Let's not go there.
It's a life
Yeah.
insurance place
Sounds
potentially.
like a terrible place.
All right, you collect your stuff.
How about strings and things?
You go to Strings and Things, and it's a tailor shop, but it's only where you buy the raw materials for it. They don't seem to do any
Are
tailoring.
any of them magical?
There is a magical thread that is basically like a never-ending rope, except it's thread.
Ooh. Wait, does it have the same tensile strength as...
No. It is just thread that continuously gets pulled off of the thing. And
Wow,
until you
suppose
cut
made out of that.
How much is it?
Awful.
Wait. What color is it?
Ooh, better question.
It is white, so you can dye it.
Just constantly pulling it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we could do with that much string.
I'm
You
leaving.
can start at your own clothing store.
Tar's going back to the yawning portal.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if we ever get into a labyrinth.
Charles
I need
goes
a long
back to
rest.
the yawning portal. You go back. You guys all get your room, I'm assuming. Take your long rests.
Okay.
You get your 1 hit point back. I like how
I mean, we were still hurt from fighting the drow.
I know, but he got an extra point hurt
Yeah.
from the psychic.
So we're gonna take a long rest at the yawning portal.
Mm-hmm.
While we do so, McSwain would like to get out his little magic extraction machine,
Yes.
and he does have a spell book that he did not sell to Obida or Bida or whatever her name was.
Obea,
Obea.
I think. Yeah, Obea Day.
So he's going to see if he can extract some magic out of this book, because he knows that he just needs a little bit more of that special type of energy to replace the radioactive material in his time gadget, that he might be able to actually leave this plane of existence and hop to other planes.
All right.
Do we know any of that?
You know, at
yet?
some point I should tell McSwain that I know how to go from planet to planet.
That would be
That's
nice.
right. I forgot.
That'd probably help.
I think he heard that was one of your things, and he mentioned to me, he's like, man, if that ever comes up, he's gonna have such an easier time getting back. Instead of like searching for magic
That's
items
basically
or magic items.
what my culture was built around.
Yeah, well, that's what his culture is built around too. Except they used science to do it, and it didn't work very well.
Oh, you're like
science
E.T..
broke.
Yeah, exactly.
You're trying to phone home.
I'm trying to phone home, exactly.
Except
All
You
right.
see no homo.
he's got a homicidal
You peruse
cyborg half brother searching for him.
You peruse the spell book, and there's a couple spells, all of various frost and ice magics, that seem to have this right resignation of whatever
I'm going to
Does it say from
extract
Arendelle?
that energy and
It will most likely destroy the book in the process, but it'll get you what you need.
excellent.
Does it say property of Elsa?
No,
Oh, it's like
it's
that
a
one guy
regular wizard
that sucks
book that just happens to
What's
be
his
the
name?
spell
Galactus.
things.
Mm.
Galactus.
Galactus.
What
He
about?
like destroys planets to fuel his whatever because he's evil.
Yeah.
I hope I just pissed off some nerds by not knowing what I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure that's very wrong. But
I only
yeah.
know him by name, and I think he was in the Silver Surfer
Yeah,
movie.
Silver
Yeah.
Surfer.
Yeah, but I don't remember that movie.
But
besides-
in that, he was like made out of sentinels from the Matrix or something. It's really weird.
Huh.
It was like a cloud of. Yeah, it was awful.
Weird stuff.
I know he had a purple hat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I thought his whole head was purple.
Was he the one with
Whole
the
head was
Infinity
purple.
His whole
Gauntlet?
body.
I thought Thanos was blue. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's our 20 seconds of poor comic lore. Brought to you
Jesus
by
Christ, that was bad.
Bang.
Bang.
Hope you don't don't have bad reactions to creatine.
That didn't sound good.
Oh,
Oh no, that definitely
That really doesn't sound
that was
good.
it. Oh my god.
What happened? What happened?
Wednesday knocked over the plates because they had pizza.
I thought it was like
Yeah.
injury.
Yeah, like I'm thinking, there's blood everywhere.
Honestly, I was thinking the same thing.
Cut the commercial.
Due to hospital.
Yeah, it's like
That was my fault.
we'll be right back after this short
Yeah.
break
Crash.
from our sponsors. What do you?
What's
Hold
with
on,
you
I
and
just got
breaking
from our
plates?
producers. We do not have any sponsors.
Or producers.
We buy our plates at Daiso for.
That is
I'm just glad it's not
Buck
like
50
something
apiece.
life-threatening.
that is good. Life-threatening injuries are less fun than you think.
Well, I mean, depends on who they're happening to, right?
Well, plates that can cause injury cost more too.
Yeah, I don't think I own any plates that hurt me. Oh, I mean, if you hit somebody hard enough, you could probably.
You know what? We should go to that one store. Plates that cause injuries.
It's right next to Bloodbath and Beyond.
Just make like ranged weapon attacks with them.
They're pretty much just discus. Is this guy?
Discus.
That'd actually be a cool,
Isn't discus
straight-faced
already plural?
ranged thrown weapon.
Yeah, it's basically a discus, but like a little bladed, so it's like slashing.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be.
I know, but yeah, just different type. Yeah,
No,
I
it's not
guess it doesn't matter really. A bladed discus.
So I do have 19,000 gold left.
Yeah.
Gauntlets of ogre strength.
So 19,000 gold worth of prostitutes.
Gauntlets of
Well,
ogre
18,000.
Filled.
Hold on,
At
hold
least
on.
1,000 gold.
Not
worth
for
of
us.
alcohol.
Just I want to see how many. I want to beat a Guinness World Record. You know.
Well, so you can think of it this way. It can be as many as you want. You could probably get 19,000 different hookers, but you probably don't want those ones.
You know, we don't. If they're not specific about what we're paying them for, they can just help us clear the dungeon.
Wait, hold on. You cleared the dungeon with what?
Hold on.
You see,
Chickens.
skilled labor is only.
Well, we got about 9,000 1 gold prostitutes.
Well, think about it this way: you can either get skilled labor or unskilled labor prostitutes. So you could potentially have the
What does
skilled.
that even mean?
They're better at their
Virgins?
primary job. I don't think would a virgin be the unskilled.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That would be more
This is
fun.
weird and gross.
This whole session has just gone off the rails as soon as we got out of that well.
Like a retired train.
No.
Well, to be fair, that whip kind of opened the floodgates.
I really did. I just wanted to have something ridiculous.
I've never seen that stare all in unison. Usually one person will give me it. Maybe two. But all four of you.
You take 3 points of psychic damage.
It's probably worth it. I mean,
Yeah.
4 stairs for 3 points.
I
even
rolled
my joke.
2d6 and rolled low.
I told Ray of your plan, and she suggested you do not know what prostitutes are for.
They're not for clearing dungeons.
I just said if they say they'll do anything, then we get them to clear the dungeon.
We can say it's a resume building
We get them to
experience.
fuck the dungeons.
Yeah, everybody in the
Well, then
dungeon,
the cheaper
they'll be
ones
way
you
too
get
busy.
will be more efficient at clearing it because they
but-
might get diseases.
Yeah,
and
especially
die.
if they're diseased. Yeah.
So you want the cheaper ones. Oh my god, this is getting.
Yeah, I told you, this is a weird one.
Alright, well, let's move on to the actual game. I don't know why today is the most absurd game of Dungeons and Dragons I've ever ran.
You open the gates.
I didn't, I wasn't expecting to get to clearing dungeons with diseased hookers. I did not think that was where it was going. Okay?
Honestly, I think it's the natural progression for this campaign.
After busting out the whip of usually hitting your targets, I probably should have been ready
Yeah.
for it.
I think the peak was definitely the Patriot, and then it was just let's jump off this cliff.
Yeah, like
Let's
we
see
reached
how
it.
far we can go.
Well, this is what happens when you have too much money to get any of the mundane stuff, but not enough money to get a legendary weapon.
We're like, yeah.
So you're just and it's the last.
Gamble! We gamble!
I'm going to the
We
well.
are literally going to let's put on the battle map. We can just have you guys play dice games for the next 2 hours while I do my homework assignment.
Can I bet 19,000 gold that we come back alive?
Nobody's gonna take you up on that. 'Cause you're too sure of it.
Let's see if I can get a
Well, they will, but it's like
put 10 gold down.
you wouldn't make more than you'd probably get a single gold.
Okay, I'm gonna do double.
What are you
What are
doing?
you doing?
I'm playing that one game you always have us play.
Oh,
Nope, 10. I lost.
yeah.
20
You only double down on that 6.
I know.
That's the only time.
I know.
Because then you at least have the
But a higher chance, yeah.
It's a third.
He's a
instead of
bureaucrat. He
six.
doesn't know anything about.
You think?
Yeah.
No, he should, right?
It's statistically.
Have you seen how tax money is used? Anyway,
I guess.
Brexit, right?
that's not what that means.
Memes,
God.
right?
I toss the chair operator a platinum and get on the chair.
Yeah,
Alright,
I jump
and
on
you
shit.
guys all go down to the
Apply.
thing. You
Get me out of here.
For all of us, I'm just trying to get us away.
You guys make it back into the dungeon. You murder your way through various random enemies that
Did we
are
bring
foolish
the
enough.
elf?
You hired her, so yeah.
Okay.
When we go past the goblins, I chop off another arm.
Alright, at this point, they avoid you, so you're gonna have to go out of your way to do
I have
it.
5 more feet of movement than I did before.
Okay.
They're not going to be expecting it.
They stand... Oddly enough, they stand what they expect to be just far enough out of your reach.
Level up.
But then you approach and get closer. No, he bought boots of moving slightly faster,
God.
which give him 5 extra feet of movement.
What the fuck?
As a monk too?
Yep.
They're only attunable by...
I got it. Monks are us. What are you
yeah.
thinking?
Yeah.
Just give them all the movement.
I didn't even get a hat.
You didn't grab one. You were just...
Shit, I forgot about that.
I was actually mentioning it.
You were so busy, like, with your soul.
You could have died alone. Anyway.
Oh,
Now you're gonna have to die with
somebody
us.
took my dream.
Maybe he did die, and this is his ghost.
Who knows?
This
This
is
could be a
his hell.
doppelganger. They locked him out, and
This
then
is your
he came
hell.
out.
Your hell is like no hat.
It's such a low level.
I'll never have a hat.
Your head's
I'm
cold.
surrounded by 19,000 prostitutes, but no!
Your head is forever cold.
The longer they take, the more arms I take.
No, you kill them. They all run and they cower.
Oh, I bashed the arms so they can't reattach them.
They haven't been.
I'm still
You think they have
bashing the
7th level spells?
Quick question.
arms.
Are we ever gonna
I
come
don't know
revisit
they're live.
this campaign?
Maybe.
Okay.
If you guys want.
What?
Are we ever gonna revisit this campaign?
That's a question for off the stream.
We didn't think that we would revisit the primary campaign.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I thought that was dead.
So the fact that that's a possibility, I think this is a
Well, it's
possibility.
next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, no more.
Well,
than a
we haven't done it
possibility,
yet.
That's true. You never
Good
know.
point.
What time is that again? Same time?
Same time here.
Fridays.
Oh, Fridays. Yeah. So you can
7
play
o'clock.
Same. Well,
We can do it earlier.
We could do it earlier.
Yeah.
6.
Wait, where are we doing?
I would assume your guys'
Yeah.
house.
Okay.
Since
To-
he's
to
working and not going to be there. I
maintain,
mean, we could break in here. I wouldn't suggest it.
No
We
thanks.
probably would want to.
We would be capable.
Michael's just sitting there with a shotgun. Hi, guys.
Fucking
We'd have to walk across the broken plates.
I'm not. I'm not supposed to be here, but
I took the day off to deter unwanted visitors. Okay, anyway.
There's no fun here today.
Oh my goodness.
You
Yeah.
rolled the dice one too many times. Should I stop?
You should.
Yeah.
You're on the edge.
You can die by psychic
I
damage.
will bring out D20s.
I mean, to see you hemorrhaging. What's going on?
I don't think I've had a harder time reining in a game, and we've had some hard times reining
yeah.
in a game. Because when there was 9 of us.
Yeah, that's
Wait, did we really?
We'll talk about it after stream. Back to the game. Hey everybody, welcome to the game. We're pretty much just starting it.
Oh my god.
Recap. I'm just kidding.
We went out of the well
recap.
and we
I
went back
can't
in the
have a
well.
cap.
Went out of the well. Spent a lot of time buying stupid items. Oh,
I got my belt of storm drain strap.
no, you did not. Anyways,
Oh shit! No cap, no hat.
you guys are back in the dungeon. You make.
So close. So close.
There's no way that wasn't intentional.
Totally not. I'm just old and gross.
Just make him take it.
Don't worry, I'm sure the fart wasn't detected on the microphone.
You know, it might not have been. The sensitivity's a little bit up.
I care way more about if we detect it with our noses.
Yeah. If
I'm
anything, it's
concerned
just
about that,
funnier for them.
At least you guys aren't sitting next to him.
No.
Yeah. Just crop dust in your ass.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, really did.
Coffee was just out.
Do you want some more coffee?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like a bang?
No, that gives him the shits.
Did anybody else?
Yeah, well, he's already fueled up.
I don't want it to be
that
worse.
regard.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else want coffee?
No.
All right. I'm gonna.
I'm good, thank you.
You guys?
Hey.
All right, guys. For reals though, let's play something.
Oh Christ.
We'll have more fun this time.
I'm having a lot of fun
This
too.
is a lot of fun.
I just want to play.
Seriously, before we continue,
We're a
before I
podcast.
forget, Zach, if you're watching, let us know how you're doing in Las Vegas. And I'll message otherwise in case I
He's the
forget.
only one in our chat.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So so he totally understands what's happening.
This is normal.
The one person who
We miss you.
I don't know if
it's not normal.
I'm not sure if Papa Zaff is watching, but if he said he was lurking, so he might just be hearing the what the fuck is this incoherent babbling?
No, it totally makes no sense. This whole thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, this has been literally just us like we're
Or a podcast.
Well,
With the
when
this on the table.
when the campaign's ending at like a totally nebulous point.
At the very beginning, still.
That's true. All right, everybody. We're gonna just delve into a random part.
It's like a really hard thing.
A completely random part? That works for me.
You guys are minding your own business, walking down through these levels, and suddenly, a bright, shining light appears in front of you. You find yourselves in a strange new part. There is stone around you, worked stone. It is on.
It's a cave.
It's not a cave.
Stone.
Worked stone means you're in a place that is a building.
Don't be so condescending.
Well, he's the dwarf and I have to explain stones. Man. Anyways,
Oh shit.
you find yourselves in what appears to be some form of arena. You're not sure how exactly you got here, besides some kind of transportation magic. You look beyond, and you see what appears to be a lot of lower, not underdark, but just like ne'er-do-wells and underworld people in this small arena. It's about a total of 60 foot, so you guys with your dark vision see the entirety of the arena, just a 60-foot like circle, and the ground is stained with blood. There's 3 pillars, all covered in large lacerations, like they've been struck by many attacks over the years. They go all the way to the ceiling. There's chains throughout them. Up near the top, there's a bunch of chained up, like mostly dead people. Tar is grinning, and his loincloth is raised.
I'm wearing a loincloth and wearing pants.
Are you doing
You have a loincloth over your pants.
You know,
Your pants are torn!
You said you weren't wearing any clothes when I asked earlier, and I gave you a loincloth.
Said no armor.
Oh, I guess that's different. You're you have it. You're pitching a teepee. I don't know.
He's turgid.
Anyways,
It's a fancy way of saying boned up.
Oh.
Anyways, there's a large crowd of people cheering and chanting. As you're standing, you want me to roll this?
Yeah, it always rolls high.
Holy shit, that's 19 points of psychic. if I were to do that, I'm not doing that now. You haven't done anything worth a d20 yet, but that does roll high. It always rolls high. 19. Okay, the ground beneath you is clotted with blood and thin layers of potentially dust of some sort. Sand almost. Not quite sure. I think it's like
Disintegrated things.
yeah, well, you got it pretty quick. And you hear everyone, "Send in cow! Send in cow!" And you guys are really confused what's happening.
Send in cow! Send in cow! Yeah!
And you see across from you guys.
I'm now in the stands. Send in cow! Send in cow!
You see across from you guys a large grated, or not grated. It's the portcullis. You see a large portcullis that starts to crank. You see what appears to be splattered bits of freshly, kind of like if it were a cheese grater used on living creatures, were just smashed upon this grate. As you see entering.
Gigantic mountain dwarf.
No, it's not that. Let me explain what it is. Otherwise, I'm going to start making you take damage because you're interrupting me. I want to get this game going. It's about to be a crazy, murderous fight, I think.
We're all gonna die.
That's the goal, right? That's the best way to end a campaign. So, you guys see this half man, half horse enter the arena.
Which half is which?
Funny enough, the top half is the horse, the bottom half is the man.
Yes!
He enters. It's more of like Bo Jackman. That's his name, right? Bo Jackman Horseman or whatever.
Yeah.
Bojack Horseman.
Bojack Horseman.
This is Bo Jackman cow.
Yeah. This similar to that, where it's like he's
Kind of like a minotaur, but a horse's head.
kind of like a minotaur, but a horse's head. Enters in. one arm is replaced with this disgusting, like, it looks like it's been, like he probably had his arm cut off, and then they reattached it with, like, with mending, like he, like, died, they brought him back to life, and then it didn't bring the arm back to life because it wasn't actually really attached, it was just kind of there.
Zombie
attached.
arm.
Yeah, he has, like, a zombie arm. Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna make a joke about that.
It's the left arm, if you want to know, I guess.
Why are you making this harder on me?
I'm just really trying to mess with you. I'm just really tempting you because that bronze dice is sitting there.
I'll wait for a good one.
All right.
That's worth the damage.
Wait until you're like near death and you're like, okay, this is the time.
Okay, so you guys are now face to face with presumably Cal.
Hi, Cal.
Roll initiative. I'll explain the rest of him. He has across his back it's not a long sword, but it is a pretty. It's not a great sword. It's not a long sword. It's in between.
Goldilocks sword? Oh, come on! It's just right.
Only 4.
Come on!
I didn't like it.
You like a bastard sword?
If I don't giggle, that's your new test. If it doesn't make me giggle or like do at least
At least a snicker.
yeah.
But
So
it's funny to me when
fun
you
fact,
don't
you guys
laugh.
are now in an arena, facing presumably Cal, which is like a minotaur but a horse version of a minotaur, and he has.
So Bo Jackman.
Yes, that's exactly what I said. Except I called him Bo.
You called him Bojack.
Oh, that's the wrong name.
Bo Horseman.
Yeah, Bojack Horseman.
Oh my
But
god.
he called it the same wrong thing.
That's
okay.
and his.
He's got a horse head. I get it.
He does have a horse head, and the rest of him, he has a sword on his back. There's nothing in his right hand currently. His left hand looks like at one point, it was severed from him, he died, and then it was reattached and it's all zombified looking.
Excellent.
So he has like one zombified arm that looks like it's not properly attached to him. And there's a crowd of various ne'er-do-wells and dark, shadowy figures and stuff, all yelling out, "Send in Cal! Send in Cal!" And you guys see a large scoreboard, and it says Cal on one side and visitors on the other side. And there's more chalk marks on Cal's side than you can count, and there's like a single one on the visitor's side.
Excellent. Are we rolling initiative?
Yes. And you're rolling initiative. And it's a 60-foot arena you guys are in. Perfect circle. So perfect, it's almost disturbing. There is this fine ashen powder
16.
Along the ground. There are 4 pillars that are that go all the way to the ceiling of this mysterious domed room. And
What did our wizard friend roll?
well, shit, she is so scared right now. What am I doing?
Why did I just pay the 10,000?
She just let me open up her.
You would have broken her back to pay the 10,000.
She just to carry it.
Can we have Rizzo just for shits?
Nope. You're there. Figure it out. Okay. There's her stuff. She got a
I'll take 2 of
13,
them, guys.
and Cal. That's a natural 20. He got a 23.
Is this part of your...
Yeah, the bigger one, yeah. He's new.
Nice.
Okay. Just for using for the enemy, put that one knight guy that I gave you. I don't know where he is. Otherwise, it's not up there. He's painted.
He's in pain. Yeah,
The turtle, the ninja turtle would do fine.
Oh, you're gonna do it. Thank you. I was
It's
going
just
to hand you a
60
marker,
foot. Doesn't need to
actually.
be super exact.
It needs to be exactly.
There you go. That's we'll say that's Cal. You guys are all would all be within 10 feet of each other on my left hand side of the dome, and he's on the right hand side of it. So you guys are all within 10 feet of each other. However you feel like being placed, it's up to you. And then I forgot to print a mini for the one chick, but we had one that worked out pretty well, so I'm gonna find that real quick. Actually, it's right there. It's the one. Can you grab that, Terry? It's
There,
the
something like
wizard
that.
girl in the front, the blue one.
Going with the stuff.
The one, and also is Garf out there? Yeah.
Or do you want to go back more?
The staff. Your swords will take the wizard staff.
Funny
Sorry,
thing,
I don't know
my
why I
daughter-
enjoyed that.
Where do you want to be?
Minis!
I just chest bumped Yeek there, so
Okay.
I'm next to Yeek. Okay.
Yep.
That works.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys have the belt or like the
Yeah.
the bralettes of
Yeah.
So he chest bumps the Nicolas Cage, who's wearing eagle-eyed glasses, a crown, and a bralette.
I love depiction of this.
It was fucking on!
And then there's 4 or 5 foot pillars that are like probably like 10 feet. Is that 60 foot?
Yeah, it's 60 feet.
Perfect. Then put them like.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
This is 60 foot radius, or
Yeah.
30 foot. This is 60 foot diameter.
It's supposed to be 60 foot radius. I don't care that much.
It's now 10 feet.
It's now smaller. Put it like from that corner right there, that middle corner, middle. Yeah, that one. Go 2 diagonal, and then around there in a square. Put them. It was easier than me walking around, I think.
I have no idea what would be good for this.
Cool. So there. That's the range of the fighting
Spirit
pit.
Guardians.
Yeah.
There's like no range here, so.
Yep.
Something like that.
And Cow is wearing heavy armor of some kind.
Oh, it's metal.
Maybe,
Yes.
maybe it's bone.
Oh.
It's bone.
Okay.
That sounds cool.
Now it's bone.
Now it's bone. It's heavy bone armor. It's dragon.
Is it rope? Never mind. Never mind.
Save it. Save it for a good one.
Yeah.
That was not a good one.
I doubt
Any
it.
little feeling there, my friend?
He's gonna start taking psychic damage in
See his
real life.
nose
And keeps holding
bleeding at this
back.
point.
Yeah, you can let them out. Just make sure they're good enough to give me the. Can you center the fight a little bit?
Oh, God.
All right. So is everybody ready?
Yeah?
Believe so. Let's see.
We already did it around.
Yeah.
I think everyone's on there. Cool. Well then, let the fight begin. Oh wait, let's turn on the lights.
Oh.
We never do it because I always forget
I don't
about
think it's
it.
plugged in. Oh, it's.
Some of them are.
Alright.
Well, you turned off the other two.
I thought you didn't like that one because it blinded you.
It does. I'm fine with this. I'm just saying I turned it off. I wasn't sure if you knew that you did that or not. Wanted for the blood that would be spilled on this day. I can't change it. It's fine. There we go. Can you move the tree? It's literally covering the map. Thank you. And then it's kind of it's fine. You don't need it all.
The green button turns everything red, in case you didn't know.
The green button turns.
Yeah,
everything
the red
red.
button turns everything green.
Interesting. I don't think that's designed properly.
It didn't
but-
used to do that.
Okay, back to the game. Enemy 1 goes. Cal approaches Tar because Tar's the first creature, and he goes and reaches back, unsheathing his longer sword, and takes an attack against you. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
All right.
Oh. You don't have.
You don't have shield? No, he doesn't have shield.
As
barbarian,
barbarian, yeah.
All right.
Barbarian.
And you feel
That's a lot of
slicing
dice.
across your chest.
That's a lot of dice.
It's 3 dice.
That's a lot of dice.
For one weapon.
Johan rolled.
Oh God, Johan. Whew.
I thought we were fighting Johan for a second. I was
No,
like,
this
oh my
is
god.
much worse.
Is it though?
Is it though?
Yeah. Okay, so that is
We are only level 7.
18 points of slashing damage.
You okay?
18?
Yes, that's what I said.
Yeah, and I was surprised. That's a lot of damage.
And then after that, it reaches towards you once with its decrepit hand, going to grab at you. Give me an athletics check.
Nope.
You might have. He rolled really
14.
low. He also got a 14, so he goes. It seems like he's trying to like grab you to prepare for something, but you manage to wiggle off of it. Like he isn't able to get a firm grasp against you. Upset, he rears back and goes just to punch you instead. 20 to hit.
Yep.
Alright. And the fist hits into you, and it's cold. and you feel your body drain into it, and it like glows this sickly green color, and there's like a kind of like a seared mark almost from where it is as you take only 8 points of necrotic damage. And my chapstick falls out of my pocket.
D&D's getting really complicated.
Wait, I didn't say I'm done. I'm just kidding. I'm done.
I'm going to.
Yake.
Oh my goodness.
5,
Horses can see behind them, right?
10. And look around the pillar and pop a spirit guardian. Guardian spirit, sorry. No, wait. Yeah,
Whatever it
guardian
is.
spirit.
It doesn't go off. You see him reach out his hand and murmur something at you.
Even if he can't
From
see
it.
me?
He can hear you.
I thought you had to be able to see
No.
me. Oh,
It's not.
okay.
You can hear the spell and saw where it's coming from.
Okay. That's my turn.
And you see, it comes. It seems like he lifts up his decrepit. It's not really like that. It's more like, and like kind of like flicks it towards that direction. It's like up here is all the movement. The hand kind of just lazily slowly follows behind.
Okay.
You can still do other stuff, but I can't. I know because that was a action now and a spell, so you can't do any bonus action spells.
All right.
Singing spiritual weapon for some reason.
After getting punched, Tara's going to look down. The spider priestess hits harder.
That's very
And
true.
going to rage. And then going to thwack.
Hacking and whacking and whacking.
I love Virtue Peak.
Probably doesn't hit. That is going to be 16.
16 does not hit. It clinks against the dragon bone armor.
Okay. That's worse.
It hits
Then
you
I'll
less.
action surge. That's worse.
Oh my.
That's 18. Okay.
I'm sorry. That
That's
hurt,
my turn.
That hurt my feelings.
McSwain.
You had that whip.
And the whip.
Usually I just stand in the back and tell jokes, but this shit seems serious.
And there's no back.
I mean, there's a back, but the back is just a wall that's covered in blood. The walls go about 15 feet high before it gets to the stands, if you're wondering.
Chromatic cannon, activate it.
There you go.
I'm just gonna tell Garth to stay the fuck out of the way.
He's considered a large creature, so you can put him in the middle of 4 of them.
So, activate chromatic cannon. Lightning goes off.
Advantage.
Oh, I have advantage.
Because I'm there.
Oh, even better. 24.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits.
Yes.
And this chromatic cannon, which type?
Lightning.
Okay.
11 points of lightning damage.
11 points of lightning damage. It hits. You just see like it bolts into his side. He tenses up and takes the damage. It seems to be fully effective.
It's super effective.
I didn't say that. There's a difference
Okay.
between my words.
That's it.
Okay.
Aramis.
Very nice.
I'll move over.
I'm not sure. Do you have enough movement? I say sarcastically.
And I'm going to slash at him. My longsword. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
And that's 9 points of damage.
All right.
Then I'll punch him. 24 to hit.
Hits.
7 points of magical bludgeoning.
All right.
Flurry of blows. Miss.
Okay.
19 to hit.
That just misses.
Okay.
All right. It's going to take a legendary action to attack you as you come in behind it. It brings its hand, flicks its hand up, and then like flicks it back down, and the ground beneath you turns into darkness. Give me a not wisdom saving throw. What's your
6.
Oh, you're a monk though.
Who are not proficient in wisdom saving throws.
For some reason, I thought they were.
Dex and strength.
Dex and strength. Okay. Well, beneath you, you look down, and suddenly you feel the sensation of continuously falling. And luckily, you just had your turn. But you attacks against you have advantage until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
All right. Now let's see how useful this new companion is.
Where is she? She's gonna run as far back as she can, and she's going to shoot a ray of frost at it.
That might hit Tar?
Yep.
Mike.
She has advantage.
Yep.
I'll just say that was the 16 on the dice. It was pretty close. It was more 16 than it was cocked. Wow, she just hits. And that is a D8 for... That's its base damage, right? Wow. And deals 9 points of cold damage and reduces its movement.
Cool.
And then,
30.
as a bonus action.
Hang on.
Oh.
Nah, Expedious Retreat isn't a bonus action, is it?
I think it is.
Wait, but
It also
Ray of Frost is...
A cantrip.
Okay.
But it also doesn't really help her, it just gives her more movement
Yeah.
as a bonus action. Yeah, she'll do it just in case.
Okay.
Her
How
feet
long?
look fast.
What?
For Speedies Retreats, how long?
A minute.
A minute.
Yeah.
Surety.
Hunter's Mark!
You hunter's marking. He does not avoid it.
21. to hit.
21 hits. Just over barely.
So, and I'll dump a second level spell slot into him.
Okay. All right.
We got 10, 15, 19, plus 5, 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. All right. You smack into its side, and you see your holy energy go through. And as it goes through, the arm itself seems to like when it gets to where it's connecting, you see it like just kind of sizzle more, and it looks like if you try targeting that for a smite, you might be able to do the undead damage.
Well,
But
then
it
I'll-
would be harder to hit just a single part of his arms. Just a little bit harder.
You probably have a straight roll since I'm right there.
Not disadvantage. It'd be more
I
like
see.
partial cover. Because you're attacking just a singular, like, moving part.
Let's go for it.
Alright.
23.
That hits. Just barely.
What is the extra undead damage? Is it another
Just
D8?
another D8.
Another D8, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a chance to get another D8 for a roll.
Yeah.
When you have advantage, it's pretty much worth it.
House rules.
Whoa, that's a lot better roll. 10, 18. Alright. 18, 30, 26 plus 5, 27, 31.
Wow. You hit into the arm. It seems very unhappy with the damage you deal to it. It doesn't like sever it or anything. But you now have the full attention of Cal as it stares towards you, taking its
Good, he's
last
the one with
legendary
all the
action against
And
you.
shield.
And it brings its sword down on you as it's before its turn, legendary action against Surity, and brings down an attack against you. 22 to hit.
Shield.
All right. It just barely glides off as you shield yourself perfect timingly. Now it's its turn. it's going to take another attack against you. Actually, it's not going to use its sword because it sees the shield around you, the arcane shield. Instead, it does something a little bit similar to what he did to your companion, except this time, when the hand raises, he keeps it raised a little bit longer, and you see like this kind of like gross drip start to come off of it, and it goes.
The prostitutes got here, huh?
Prostitutes got here too soon. And they were working for the wrong team. And look at this. Which one? And a spray of poisonous, like kind of sludge comes towards you. Is anyone else there? Nobody else has to make a save. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, not Constitution. 13. Shit.
Wow. We're rolling crap.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3. I have a plus 10.
Oh, wow.
Holy.
Well, you fail.
No shit.
Yeah.
God. I guess it's my fault for being so cocky.
You're not immune to poison yet, are you?
Yet?
Don't you get immune to poison as a...
No, they immune to disease.
Just disease? Okay.
Yeah. Immune to disease. Can it be disease and stuff?
Nope. And you take 22 points of poison damage.
Cool. If I hadn't already used
And that
it,
is its... Yeah, it can't do... That's essentially a spell.
Yeek.
Yake, yake, yake. Yake, yake,
Cast
yake.
Bless!
He's waiting to see if he gets countered.
Go allow it.
Okay. Then I'm blessing the entire party! Ha
No, I'm just kidding.
It changed its mind. Turn back time.
You don't know what it can do.
Including the NPCs or not including the NPCs?
5. Let's see. 6. I think that's just all of us. Oh, wait. All of
So
us?
level 3 to do
Level
6.
3 would get everyone.
Yeah, level 3. Okay, everybody. Except her. It's going to Garf.
She did stuff.
Good stuff.
She has
She
more...
cast a cantrip.
Yeah, she could do all kinds of stuff, but instead she cast a cantrip. No thanks.
What have you done?
I don't know. He's
He apparently posed himself as a threat.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Tar. All right.
It's gonna, after his turn, he got new legendary actions that came back. He's gonna take one attack against you while he still has advantage.
What's the plus for your...
19 to hit.
That hits. Oh, no. 20 AC.
Alright. Oh, because the belly bump.
Yep.
Or chest bump.
Yeah.
Alright.
Coming through.
Yeah, came through. That was... could have been bad. And that's his legendary action.
Okay.
explain.
Nope.
No, Tar. It was before Tar's turn.
You have bless
That's right.
and advantage.
And since I was also not sure about advantage.
Oh.
I was also using the hammer wrong last time.
Yeah, I didn't move far enough.
Oh.
And that is going to be 28 to hit.
Mm-hmm. That definitely hits.
And is this guy chaotic?
Yeah.
As chaotic as it gets. Oh, wow.
All right. So that is going to be
It's attacks and saves, right? Bless.
Yes.
It's going to be 23 points of damage, 20 points of bludgeoning, and 3 points of cold.
That's a lot of damage.
Radiant.
Radiant. Not...
We changed it to radiant.
Oh, then radiant.
Yeah, I changed my oddly leveled thing. Okay. He's
Tar just
looking,
screams, America!
A land he's never seen.
Yeah, you were there for that.
For.
And that is going to be... It's going to be 20 to hit.
20 just hits.
Yes.
And
Yes. Hashtag.
that is going to be
Pounce
That's
that
going to be
blast.
19 points of damage.
God.
19 points of damage. All right.
And then bonus action, I'm going to second wind.
Okay.
D10.
It's a D12.
It's a D10.
Oh, I'm thinking of Stone's Endurance, which I didn't use last time.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, man.
Max.
And so I get 13 points back.
Nice. You don't get any of that.
And that's my turn.
I know you know, but I just
McSwain!
Okay.
you seem so happy.
I don't want you to be happy.
You're not allowed.
Okay, you see, Garf, it's because in the Reptile God module, there's a town called Orlane, and then the Temple of America features prominently. Anyways, that's why it was funny. Here, throw these stones at him, okay?
These people are too young.
He has
In
advantage.
McSwain's reality, he plays Dungeons and Dragons.
He has advantage. and
Cannon
plus.
now.
Too many levels, man.
From different
Okay, he's got advantage and he's blessed, correct?
Sure.
Okay, excellent. 14, 15, 22 to hit.
That hits.
That will be 8.
Magical bludgeon.
Magical bludgeoning, and then McSwain is going to step out as Garf steps out of the way. Exactly. You see it coming, don't you? This one is not going to hit. 6, 7, 14.
14 does not hit.
Plus 50.
And then chromatic cannon goes off.
Should have done your D10 plus.
Right?
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice, dude.
20.
It doesn't get blessed, but yeah.
20 something to 26 to hit.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. And then.
Yeah.
Wish it
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
8, 9 points of damage.
Wow, that was a nice shot. It shoots, and like the component that gives this thing its charge, kind of like for a second wigs out and overloads for a few like half a second as it a slightly larger bolt. And you're like,
Excellent.
why doesn't it do that normally?
A 50 caliber bullet falls out of it.
and I gets rocked back a little bit. It's just like it almost fell over.
Wow.
It's like if it did 3 more damage, it might have. Hasn't been used to doing such damage.
Tar leans back, looking around
Yeah.
the pillar to see where that came from.
What?
All right. It's McSwain's
That's me.
turn. It's gonna not do anything.
Armus.
Everyone goes, sorry, Tar.
Just one more step.
Let's make it positive. Like, give everybody advantage.
Advantage.
Gonna thwap him with my sword.
You have bless. I
Fucking
know.
damn it. 6 damage.
Whack! You hit it. It doesn't seem to even notice.
I roll so shit for that sword. And punch.
Kapouch.
7 damage.
You punch it harder than a sword can slash it.
Flurry blows. 9 damage.
You punch it. You're just continuously.
Probably. Thank you.
Almost put that in the
Yeah.
Fiesta pack.
Clean. It's good.
7 bludgeoning damage.
All right, this thing is looking injured.
Oh, I didn't know if it was dirty.
NPC
We
one.
all would.
Yeah.
It's going to
Finally
take its
healing. What
legendary
is that?
action. And what's it going to do?
Krishmash.
You see its zombified arm flop over, and more of that weird ichor comes out of it and like slowly floats through the air and lands in the center of the arena.
Okay.
Small black ball.
Okay.
Just sits there. And then that's it. That's the kiss.
Okay. Sturdy.
I hit it.
Give me an attack roll.
Are you hitting the arm or?
What are you hitting?
Oh yeah, what are you hitting?
The
I'm
only thing
assuming
within range.
The only
Yeah.
thing in range is the big guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
but last
God.
time he hit the arm.
I thought he was going after the ball.
Oh, yeah,
Go a
that's
little
fair.
bit further away from the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
You aiming for him or the arm?
I'll go for the arm the first shot.
All right.
You're blessed too.
Hashtag blast.
In the dice tree.
Probably hit though.
18 plus 6, 24.
That hits.
Oh, that's bad. 10, 13, 18 damage.
18
Oh,
damage.
sorry. Yeah, 18 damage.
18 damage. You smack him, and he reels back for a second. You see the arm looks like it's been taking a pretty sizable beating, and it looks angrily back towards you again.
Err.
Grr.
I attack it again.
All right.
The arm. Let's attack the arm. I don't like the arm.
All right.
I got something against the arm. I missed.
You're blessed.
Oh, I missed. This is a 13 hit. Okay, I missed. Butt attack against the arm
But hand.
does 22
22.
to hit.
To hit the arm, no.
Okay. Then my turn is done. Yeah, my turn's done.
All right. We skipped NPC 1.
Yeah.
No,
So I'll have her do something.
That'd be a nice change.
Ray of Frost.
We should have just killed her and taken her money.
She sees all this stuff going down. She's like, Ah, I got it. Puts her hands in the air, and like a bunch of stars start appearing around her. She closes her hands, and a bunch of little beads of light just all shoot out towards it. They all hit it without even having to roll.
Sounds
There
like some.
are 7 of them
That's good.
for max damage.
All right, I'm done making fun of her. That's something. She did
35
something.
damage.
Huh? 35?
35.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, because it's just 5 times 7, which is easier to do.
35. Yeah.
35. And it takes 35 points of damage. And with all the damage it's taken, it's looking almost bloodied.
And now it's its turn.
It is its
We
turn.
can maybe live with that.
Yes, maybe.
I like that. I
It's
like the
looking
dwarf.
around the people surrounding it. It turns to you, and it reaches out, trying to grasp you. I need a athletics or acrobatics check. Oof, you're gonna have to roll for that.
32.
Oh shit, you beat it. It had a 30.
I rolled a natural 20. Plus 7, plus 5.
All right.
Wow.
Wow. 8. Wow. Very good for you.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm blessed.
No,
check.
plus 3.
Oh, plus 3.
It's a
Plus
check. I don't
4.
think Bless works on checks.
Yeah, so.
So it's not
Oh,
the
right.
same,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're right. You're right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So darn, only 32. Okay.
Or, I mean, we could have gotten it before.
All right. Well, it's going to attempt it again because it has multi-attack. Natural 20.
10.
All right, it got you.
Okay, I'm
It's-
grappled.
Yeah. Oh, its little flaily arm connects into you, and it has an ungodly amount of strength as the fingers grip into, like, just kind of like squeeze into your side, and it can't do anything now with it. It's gonna take its attack with its sword now. Just attack out of order, which
Okay.
I don't think matters necessarily. And it misses with a 13.
Yeah.
Alright, it grabbed you and did nothing else so far. You guys just see this creature lovingly embrace Nicolas Cage.
After he swatted the hand away
Hold
first.
on.
Yes.
Let's call Hollywood.
No.
Nicolas Cage and a monster fall in love.
Alright, I like it. I like it. No damage for you. In fact, you heal 0 points of health.
Dick.
I-
Copyright this group. here. in
Desk
Coast-
site.
Yeah.
Desk site streaming.
Site streaming, yeah, us.
I don't
Yeah.
like this black ball right in front of me.
That's probably a good idea.
You feel like you're about to take a ton of damage
Yeah.
from me getting hurt.
That too.
It's probably nothing.
Cut off the arm.
Joe, I think if you eat it, the problem goes away.
Eat the ball.
So I thought you meant eat the enemy, which also
I
probably
thought he
works.
meant eat the enemy too. I was like, that's
would
gonna.
work also, yeah.
I eat the arm. I'm like, oh god.
I'm gonna bring out
You'd
the
probably do it.
litigator.
Hey, so yeah, I need you to do something, otherwise you lose your turn.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna bring out the legislator.
I like it.
I thought he was just like going to the bathroom or something.
Honestly, it's like, yeah, no, I know. And he goes to the bathroom. Jake does nothing, guys. The
And I'm going to
NPC has done more now.
ring my bell while it attacks.
It succeeds.
Alright.
Of course it does.
I rolled a natural 19, yeah. It's hard not to at that point.
Probably is like plus 13 and all of it saves.
It's a couple things.
Let's get an
Well, and
attack.
it's necrotic, right? I don't know. I would think maybe it's some kind of necrotic.
22 to hit.
22 does hit.
And-
Or you're just hitting the creature itself, right?
No, the arm.
That does not hit then.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move. 5, 10. And
It also, the legislator can't really hit from that side. You have to be on the left side to hit the left arm.
Oh,
Well, it's if it's holding your arm, it's
Oh, yep, it's turned around. Turn that mini around.
that's what. Yeah.
There you go.
That mini back around.
You're good.
Okay.
False alarm on my part.
Alright, and that's my turn.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna start beating this thing like a drum.
I like the
I
sound
have
of
a
it.
drum.
He can show you how to beat something like a drum. On his drum.
you're just gonna be like, no, it's like this. And he's like, oh, like this? No, it's like.
Just like everybody else's turn gets skipped except for you guys.
All right.
The fight turns into a drum battle.
That is going to be. Hold on. 15.
Just on the creature?
No. It's just on the creature.
Okay.
Where is that? Okay. 24 to hit.
That hits.
And. All right. Get back in there. All right. 13, 19, 21 points of damage.
Alright. It's looking bloodied.
And then I'm going to smack it again. And that is going to be, yeah, it's going to hit it. That's even more. 9, 11, 17, 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright. You bludgeon it even more.
And that's my turn.
Okay. You see the creature focuses, the fingers flex, and they dig into you. I need a Constitution saving throw.
You have +3.
Actually, is that the right type of saving throw? Let me look.
I assume so. I know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that is, so you can roll it, because you'll just have to add a different thing. Either way, you need a d20.
I should have bought potions.
20.
20?
Are there potions in the...
You do succeed, so you'll take half damage.
And half of that.
Well, I don't have the community back
Oh,
anymore.
you know.
That was diffused while I was gone.
So you take the first total is 21 points of necrotic damage. Half to 10, half to 5. So you take 5, you take 5.
Hell should be.
Alright. You're unable. You feel like your life force in general has been dwindled by 5.
Oh no.
And
we're still
both of
blessed.
you, since I think you're taking the same damage technically.
But he's not taking the attack.
He's not taking the attack. That's what I was trying to think in my head. How does that work? So
It
it's like,
seems like his spell's the one doing damage to him.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, because I get resistance and he just takes as much damage as I do.
Okay, so you don't. Your total life force isn't reduced. Yours is just reduced by 5.
Okay.
And you see the arm seems to like pulse with undeath, and it goes into the body. It looks like it's a little bit better feeling.
Cool. Deck save.
Natural 20.
I mean, it was a DC 11, so.
Well, that's the one thing he's not great at.
8 damage reduced to 4.
Alright.
I did slightly less damage than he did.
Not much. Not much less. Cool.
Mixed weight.
Okay. Alright, Garf. Just keep slinging those bullets. Cover me, Yake.
Ah!
Yes.
He's getting into the action, guys. That's the closest I've seen him.
This is, yeah, terrifying.
Activate.
You're in a bad spot! Okay, you're good now.
You're hiding behind Garf.
You're hiding
love it.
behind.
Garf's behind the pillar.
He's hiding behind the pillar. Who's behind Garf?
Could be hiding behind Yake.
And you're all behind me.
Okay, so in order, chromatic cannon number 1 with the bless on it. Does it still have?
It does not get blessed. You're blessed. It's not.
You're
Oh.
blessed. Yeah,
I thought
your
okay.
chromatic cannons
Okay.
act at the end of your turn. They're not part of your turn. They are not
Okay,
creatures that can
still
be
got
blessed.
advantage.
Yes.
They still have advantage because of his class ability.
Okay. Oh, nat 20. Look at that.
Oh,
Darn, but
all
not
max damage.
Oh, but no bless.
4, 4, 4. 4, 4, 4. Oh. I jinxed you.
So you did for 4.
6.
8 damage total on that one.
That's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good. So that goes off. My action was to activate it.
So that one also would go off too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Garf steps out.
We only rolled for one attack from one of them so far.
Yeah, so far. For 21 plus 7 is 28. 9,
Okay. Yeah.
8, 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, 28.
He's got the d6. For 3 plus 4 for 7.
Okay.
Okay. And then he's going to step back. And then that chromatic cannon, which is the acid cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not so good. For a 14.
That does not hit.
That kind of stream seems way harsher because I'm just worried about Cerny being ready to splash.
Sarity, you're there fighting, and then just by your foot, you just like hear like a sizzling, and you look over, and there's like a puddle of acid that's touching your touching the side of your boot, and it's like melting it a little bit. You kick some of the dust on it.
Hey, sorry. I'll get you new boots. I took these from a dead
I'm going
guy.
to hit this guy with my longsword, even though I don't know why I bother anymore.
Well, it could do damage.
It could.
It did.
Hey,
That's 12 points of damage.
hey,
Hey.
do 12 points of damage.
It's way more than normal it does.
He was holding it backwards this whole time.
He's just been hitting him with the hilt.
Get a punch.
Oh, the pointy
8 points of magic bludgeoning.
Nice.
Flurry of blows. Fuck.
Yeah, bless.
Might not help.
Oh, that's 2. Damn it. 19.
19 does not hit.
Second
But
punch.
it's worthless.
Okay, that hits for 7 magical bludgeoning.
All right. You guys are just getting further down the life of this creature.
NPC 1.
NPC 1. That's the girl.
Mhm.
What shall the girl do? She is going to...
Counterspell the counterspell.
There's no counterspell being counterspelled to counterspell. She looks at the black sphere in the center.
She desperately wants to touch it.
She, from over there, is like, this should probably get rid of that. And she points her finger at it and turns her head and attempts to cast Dispel Magic on it.
So far, has this black sphere done anything besides be black at us?
Just kind of been like, but more like slurpy, I guess.
Have you seen the movie Sphere?
Yes.
You hear like you see the arcane leave her hands, and it doesn't do anything.
We're used to that from her.
She did so much so far.
Either, right?
She's going to be, oh my god, she's going to be the Thal of this. Where she ends up doing a lot, but none of us see it.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Surdy.
Finally, the other side.
And we're all facing this way, so
Yeah.
we just assume it's McSwain. Yeah, he has like 30 attacks or something, so.
Alright, it is Surdy.
I'm just going to use my turn to pump myself to full house with planets.
Alright.
I'm gonna die.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Enemy 1.
Enemy 1.
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die either. Pussies.
Why don't you try to escape the...
He has like a little plus 30 or something.
Better to was it
Plus 30. He just got a 30 the first time.
And he got higher than that the second.
Well, it's because he rolled an natural 20.
I know.
Alright,
Yeah, I believe so.
he keeps his hand on you.
course.
And he attacks you, but it isn't the same kind of an attack.
Okay.
He's basically just trying to like tear into you more with the hand.
Okay.
I missed. 24.
That hits.
Oof.
Here's my d8. For 9 points of necrotic.
4.
Huh?
4.
Yes, it's halved. I thought you were saying like 4. I was like,
No.
for you?
for you?
Honestly, I was confused. He's gonna attack with his sword.
Of course.
Oh no, you
He
guys are
misses
still
with his
blessed.
sword. He's going to try tearing at you again since he has 2 of these weird fisty attacks. Oh, natural 20.
Where's the grave clerk? Grave clerk!
Tell you, Glaive cleric?
And Zach's freaking out.
No!
You take 15 points of necrotic damage, half to 7. Then you take 7.
Oh no.
A glaive cleric. Oh god. How
You guys are
could he
still
really be?
blessed.
Cool.
Okay.
And that is his turn. Yeet.
I'm going to attempt to dispel the ball.
Alright.
You're gonna have to roll.
What do you do? Oh, what are you doing? Are you gonna put out a specific slot level or anything? You wanna try it?
Yes.
Alright. I'm just like, you don't have to.
I'm pretty sure you don't have a high enough spell slot.
No, I don't. I mean, is it higher than 4th?
All right,
You
You don't
can't
know.
ask me because you don't know.
Okay. Dispel magic with a 19? No, wait.
It's just your modifier. It's not a save or anything. It's so like what it's plus
What was on the die?
13.
13.
So
So
plus your wisdom.
Oh, so 16.
16.
I thought it was proficiency too.
No proficiency. That's only a specific kind of mage gets to do that, or wizard gets to have that. Unfortunately, it
Magic
doesn't
user.
seem to have effect on it.
Okay.
Oh, bonus action. I'm gonna attack the arm again.
All right,
Alright.
The legislate.
legislate that arm.
Legislate.
17, 19. Ooh, 25.
25 hits.
Just.
Legislate that arm.
Save me.
I can't.
I don't know why you're aiming for their arm anyway.
Why not?
5 points of forceful yank damage.
Cool. Give me acrobatics or athletics check.
22.
It only got a 20 because I rolled really low, so you actually got out. If you
Oh.
want.
Yes.
Wait,
Are you sure?
Yes.
wait.
He likes the
You freed me.
Oh, I didn't know that was the plan.
You
Yeah.
guys just happened to get lucky and did the thing that would have done that.
Okay. Tar!
This wording bond.
All right.
You're gonna be taking less damage now.
I know.
28 to hit.
Yes.
Misses.
It uses advanced shield.
And that is going to be. 22 bludgeoning damage.
Oof! You lay into
Well,
him good.
22 damage.
You have great weapon master.
Zach's like,
Yeah, but I didn't actually. Oh, no, I did need. But yes, that is very helpful. That's even more. Well, not. Whatever. 12, 14. Wait, 6. 12. 16. 18 points of damage.
Yeah. All right, you take it. It's looking like you're getting a lot closer than you guys were before. Putting nice
We're
chunks.
not
of
going
those.
backwards. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not healing it with your damage.
I'll hit it harder.
It absorbs bludgeoning damage.
Then I'll hit it harder.
So a random enemy that absorbs one specific psychic damage heals this creature.
Some
All right.
random.
McSwain.
All right. It's going to use.
healed by criticals.
It's going to use healed by criticals.
Oh my god.
It's going to use its legendary actions to make the little black ball in the center expand into like a torrent of energy, and everybody that's within 10 feet of like the pillars in this. I don't know how to describe it. How far is that one? It's 5, 10, 15 feet from the candy would be in there, and I need
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know how. Well, it's a small arena for a reason.
It was supposed to be bigger.
It was supposed to be bigger.
This is like half the size.
Well, no, it's not. But I also made the spell, or not
15,
spell, the
right?
effect thing shorter.
5, 10, 15, right?
Yeah. It used to be 25, but since this place is a lot
That would be
smaller,
the entire arena.
yeah, I
Oh my
felt,
God.
I felt like that wasn't very nice to you. So I
I
made
feel
it
like I
10
lucked out somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like
And I am going to need what kind of
Well, I mean,
I feel like I just missed something.
it's circular, right? Or is it a cube?
You two are actually safe.
it goes around corners. It's a circular thing. So if they're
So
within
it's a 15
foot sphere.
sphere.
Yeah.
Or
Would I
Oh,
be...
it's a cylinder
okay.
technically. Yeah, like the ball just
So
goes.
yeah,
So your robots are safe.
the robots
I
are safe.
safe?
But,
Mm-hmm. It is a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you should be safe.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would hit the edges of
Right.
each of the corners.
I just can't tell. I can't see where you guys are.
He's here.
Okay, I'm just gonna trust you guys on the measurement. Who's inside? I just need to know.
I am.
Me, I guess.
And Garth.
Yep.
But Garf is blessed. Oh, hashtag blessed. 20 dirty.
20 dirty.
Gotta love
22.
20.
All right.
17 for Garf.
So Garf failed.
No.
He's incapable of rolling above the average. So he'll take one. He's down one, but he's still at one. So he somehow survived this. And I'm gonna use Discord to roll.
Thank God for that roll set.
Yeah.
Otherwise there'd be
Toast.
nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, what did Garf roll?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, because he's incapable of rolling.
Yeah.
Enough to.
Save.
To be safe.
Even with bless. Garf.
Oh, it's not that bad. A lot of low rolls. You guys take 28 necrotic damage.
You guy.
You no, he's in there. He's within the range.
And so
Stone's
it's
endurance.
Yeah,
No, he's not.
yeah, he is. He's 10 feet from the thing. How's he not?
He's
within
right next to it.
15 feet of it.
No.
10-foot diagonal. I'm sure that's within the 15-foot cone.
Oh, yeah, I'm
or
looking
thing.
at the...
So, is that halved?
You succeeded, so yeah, it's
Okay.
up to 14. Man,
I was imagining the...
10d6. That's a Grundle fireball.
Yeah.
You guys are still blessed.
Excellent.
Oh, well, I take 4 points of damage.
There you go.
Mathemagical.
Aramis, or McSwain, sorry. He did it between.
Okay, McSwain.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this still going off, or is it?
Yes, there's still,
it was an instantaneous effect.
okay, so it's
Are the
whatever.
pillars still there?
dissipated.
Yeah, the pillars don't take necrotic
man.
damage. They're not.
The pillar is still there?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
They look like boobs.
yeah. I think we all went there. Okay.
I can't tell.
9, 10. Shit. How this works? And he's like fiddling with his laser pistol. And you see the container of swirling whatever it is turn from like red to like green to like blue, and he holds it out and he aims it straight down this line, right at Tar.
Careful, the safety's off.
And Tar, you are now enlarged.
Oh.
Does he Samson the pillars?
I was thinking that. Yeah.
Don't you move into the next available?
I mean, he can try. Well, I don't know how well that'll work.
So much damage.
I can't remember the rules for that. It's like weird, isn't it?
You'd
you
get
don't-
pushed out.
You get
Or you'd be,
No,
you'd
you
be
don't grow.
squeezed.
You don't grow.
you grow to
you
contain.
you grow to the as much as you can.
Yeah.
But he
So
still,
he just
but he
gets
still
really
gets the
good
bonus.
ability.
He gets really tall and lanky.
Yeah. Besides the space available.
Yeah.
His height doubles, but his width does not.
You're now like a basketball player.
Yep.
All muscle and height.
Time to dunk on this guy.
You now see eye to eye with him.
So,
Dunk on.
No.
Duncan.
dunk. What?
Dunk on.
Oh, get it. Okay, and then
That's 5.
chromatic candy.
No!
Yes!
Oh,
Thank you.
Only because you kept it going
okay,
for so long.
Yeah.
chromatic canyons are still
Just-
at advantage,
damn it.
right?
Yep.
Just keep it in your head.
One with a 19.
Lock it up.
Throw
away the
26.
I'm a preteen boy.
Shh, I'm trying to listen to the
26.
damage numbers.
4, 3, 6, 7 points of damage.
Alright.
Another 25 to hit
Dude.
for another 10 points of damage.
Okay. You
And
guys
then-
are pounding away. This thing's-
Wait. I got one more. I'm like a little artillery field.
That's true.
You get guard.
Yeah, 19 plus 7, 26
Mm-hmm.
for 9 points of damage.
There you go.
And you're enlarged.
It's a good thing you didn't hit him.
Oh. He has to be a willing creature, and he would have been.
And now McSwain is like, oh, that's shit. I gotta take it back.
Armor.
If only she could
Aramis
cast
is going to use his sword and hope he does as well as last time.
Does he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
He does better.
Hashtag blood.
13 magical slashing.
Alright. Slash into it. This thing's looking well past bloody, but not almost dead.
Well placed.
Punch.
I like it. Well placed, buddy.
20 to hit.
He just hits.
Fucking bless.
6 magical bludgeoning.
Alright.
Flurry of blows. And I'm gonna smite it.
Can't say smite. Oh, max.
So that's 17 points of magical bludgeoning.
Okay. Wow. That was a lot.
I rolled max for both.
That's great. Can say more.
And I'm going to Kensei smite this one too.
Okay. Can say
Fuck, minimum damage.
It's like whenever you roll the first dice.
So it's 7 magical bludgeoning.
From max.
That was significantly less cool.
His arm got tired.
Yeah. After that, all these punching, you're like, man, I need to like you switch swords into the other hand so you have a fresh arm to punch with.
Okay.
You gotta rest it. You gotta rest it.
Throw some ice.
He's been beating it too hard, man.
Yep. NPC one.
That's kind of good. I like.
DM takes.
Yeah.
You know what you like.
Alright. NPC one.
All right, NPC 1.
She's gonna haste Tar. Alright, next.
Does she have haste? Let me check. I mean, she has like I have a list of stuff she already has. Like she could have more, I guess.
It's your character.
Does she have wish?
No, stop pushing it.
She does have haste.
I swear that you're about to say wish.
No.
She does have wish.
Well, since every other spell she has is AoE, and she doesn't want to hurt her employers, I guess she doesn't have a choice. Haste, I believe, is a touch.
No.
It's not 60 foot,
60
30 foot.
foot.
Well, you guys are in range. She's like, go faster! And she like throws whatever the what is it? It's like there's a physical component to haste. I'm gonna look it up. If only I had every single
Crushed
spell.
glass.
A dead rabbit.
I think it's a dead rabbit. No, she pulls out. She reaches into her pocket, pulls out some licorice root, cuts it in half, shaves it off, a bit of it off, clumps it in a ball, and chucks it towards you. Getting nowhere close to you because she's that far, but that doesn't matter. It gets consumed on the way, and as it's going, it turns into like this magical fine powder that goes up your nose, and suddenly you feel strong and fast.
People.
Nose bleeds.
Yes.
Sturdy.
Your eye, one of your eyes is bleeding a little bit.
That's normal.
That is normal. And she stands in the corner.
So, we'll just attack the guy.
Yeah.
We're just gonna attack him. We're
Okay.
gonna attack him. We're
Are
gonna
you
attack
sure?
him. I'm gonna attack him.
You seem unsure.
You have bless.
I hit without bless.
All right.
Just saying.
21.
You hit. Wow, that's so forceful.
Whoa! Minimum damage!
All right, enough of those, and you might kill it.
7 points of damage!
10 years later. Minimum
7 points
damage.
of damage!
Magical damage.
Second attack. That totally hits.
All right.
4. Okay, 9 plus 5. 14 points of damage.
It's looking almost dead.
If
Next
only you would
attack.
smite it.
Last attack. But attack. For a hit. You say it's almost dead, huh?
That's what I said.
Let's make sure. We're gonna smite. 10, 15, 20 points of damage.
Sorry, what was that?
20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. All right. It doesn't kill it, but it's looking very injured still.
Bitch.
If only you use more smites.
Enemy.
I've used a lot of smites.
You need to use all the smites.
Enemy one.
I have 2 more spell slots.
Enemy one. Oh, it's gonna do a legendary action.
Before its turn, yeah.
Before its turn. Unless, was it in this round of combat that swirl went off?
Yes.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
never mind, because that took both of them.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, then its regular turn comes, and it's gonna do something else. Let's see.
There is a book right next to
Tar is big. Tar
And
is
harder to hit.
really big. It reaches its decrepit hand at you, and you see light kind of prickling in between its hands, and you see it shoots a beam at you, but Mage McGee over there is going to try to counterspell.
Now she counterspells.
Well,
He hasn't
Yeah.
cast a spell.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah,
first spell he's
yeah,
cast.
No, he countered because she could have countered the counterspell earlier.
I don't think she was in view.
I think it's 30 feet.
What
I
is
don't know
this
if she's
Magic the
within
Gathering?
range. Also, I forgot she can do it. Holy shit!
Spell called counter.
She just saved your life.
Well, there are many spells.
You see this beam starting to appear, and it's right about to reach out in front of you and cast it. And she's like, "Oh shit, nuh-uh!" And she points her staff towards you. That's my employer. And you see it like kind of sputter and flick out. And that's its turn.
Yick.
I am going to attack with the legislator.
Legislate him to death. Legislate him to death. Not on his arm.
I don't know if that's enough, but it might be.
Oh man, it's a terrible roll.
20 to
nope,
hit.
That misses.
All right.
And I'm gonna take my little matchbox and Sacred Flame.
He fails.
Ho ho! Ho ho ho! The odds.
Cantrip defeat.
Maybe.
That would be so funny.
2d8, yeah.
The odds are in my
I don't
favor.
think it's possible.
No, it's not.
It's close.
14.
Yeah, he has a little bit more in him. Has a lot of hit points.
Well, Tar is
Tar.
probably up to the challenge.
Yeah. So don't forget you have an extra hasty attack. Just single attack, not a full action.
All right. Let's see.
Oh god.
He has a lot of dice to roll.
Yeah.
20 to hit.
That hits.
Uh,
Do you Great Weapon Master any of these ever?
no, I don't have Great Weapon Master. I have.
thought you said you did.
I have Great Weapon Fighter or whatever it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, roll your dice. Do some damage.
All right, and
Needs a decent amount, but not a whole lot. You should be able to do it in your turn.
Should
that's 19 points of damage.
Goodness gracious.
How much damage so far?
19.
19. Yeah, I definitely can't take another one of those.
Okay. Another 20.
20 to hit.
Yep.
All right. Welcome to Cats Live.
They're coming out with a movie, aren't they?
24 points of bludgeoning damage.
How would you
does
like
that
to
mean?
end this man's life?
By using another by using my other attack, I'm just going to
Continuously.
I'm going to gradually and just haste is going to take over. I'm going to jackhammer him.
With the physique that every NBA player wishes they can achieve, you are able to get above it, and you just start hammering the nail in. And it's not so much that he's going into the ground; it's that you're crushing the bones, but that are supporting the body of Bojackman.
Bojack.
Cal Bojack.
Cal Bojackman.
Cal.
And you just turn this man slowly into a
Horseman.
pace and horseman into a pace.
Horseman pace?
While you're pushing it. And the crowd is cheering, and everyone seems to be excited. And you hear a voice, I think our new challengers have done it! Put another mark up for the visitors! And you see like a spectral hand go up and just claw in another one. So there's now a total of two.
Tar's going to 180 and then charge
Oh god.
our sorcerer's friend.
No.
Thank you.
As you're coming, she drops haste, so you just slow down and just stop.
Thank you.
And she... yeah, and let's see what's her dex.
Oh god.
Yeah, she jumps up just barely in time as you continue with the momentum and just slide. You don't crash into the wall to cause any damage, but you come all the way up, just jumps and lands next to you.
I pat her head. I turn around and I go back.
All right.
I pull out my drums,
Oh no.
playing at a 22
I wait
to rile up the crowd more.
like this.
All right, and as you do this, people are exciting, and you hear some. You hear one announcer's voice, but it sounds like there's probably a dozen other ones speaking all in different languages, except the ones that you guys, whatever your primary language is, you hear that. So if your primary language would be Dwarvish, not Common, you'd be hearing that kind of thing.
Oh.
So everything you've been hearing them say has been all Dwarvish, and the voice is echoing, and you see some of the shadowy figures from up there over on the side that he came out of have gone down, and you see that they enter in and they grab the body of Cal and start dragging him out.
With buckets.
Yeah, I mean,
With
he's like a
buckets.
nice. They just get the biggest parts of him, really. I think they'll be able to work with it.
Somebody behind them with buckets and
Yeah.
Yeah, the Zamboni crew comes out.
Decanter of endless water.
You start washing, you start washing off there, a pile of dust gets moved away. There's now a mucky bloody dirt pile or mud pile. As that's happening, they're like, "Hear it one more time for the victors!" And everyone's cheering. And in the center, you see like the stones start like peeling apart, and like this weird rift in the ground appears and turns into like a circular form of like teleportation with like stairs going down into it. And rising up next to it is a pedestal with a sack of gems. You grab a sack of gems. It's pretty heavy.
Sack o' gems.
Sack of gems.
Come on, bureaucratic muscles.
This is not
Just pretend you're collecting taxes.
You get the inspiration strength.
You need some debt relief, huh?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
You're looking for it. You're looking for it.
You're like reaching.
Oh, that was a bad.
That was a
one.
bad
That was
one.
not
I gave
good.
him a pity laugh, so I won't make him take damage. All right.
Thanks,
So
Mom.
you guys find yourselves. Do you enter the portal? Do you stay
Yeah.
in this place?
Yeah,
What do you?
belly flop into the
I like
portal.
this place.
All right.
They disintegrate you if you don't leave.
He belly flops into the portal. Anyone else going?
I reluctantly follow after.
Yeah, okay. You collect your guys' stuff and you head
Back
through.
up my robots. I don't see what the big deal about that fight was. So, yeah, it's easy.
I like how you're like 2 inches away from the death ball.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone
man.
else's problem was.
Yeah, so you guys all head back through. You find yourselves through some odd. You come in onto some level of the Mad Mage's thing, where there was one of those arcane gates, but this one was more spherical, similar to the portal you stepped out of earlier. You don't recall, you don't know where you are exactly. None of these rooms look familiar that you're in.
Oh, good.
And you look around and you're wondering, how are we getting out of this place? And I think that's where we'll end the campaign.
We go
I
deeper.
have a small essay that is due in about an hour.
Oh dear.
And I forgot to do it. I mean, if I don't do it, I'll still get an A in the class,
Yeah.
but I still should do it just in case I like bomb something else later. So I
give you
have
that
the
cushion.
cushion
Yeah.
room. So
I was getting a very strong John Henry vibe with you. You beating down the.
Oh, yeah!
Oh man.
yeah, well, thank you everybody for joining us.
Yeah.
We had
Bye,
our
everybody.
Mr. Lunchbox Brody showed up
Yeah.
for a little bit, and then we had our one Zach Seth, I think, or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm bad at remembering names, but I know he's one of our 4 subscribers. Papa Zaff, that's what it was. Papa Zaff showed up. He was or he or she, I guess I don't really know.
I'm assuming Papa means.
I mean, I would assume
Hey,
too,
man,
but
let's
you know,
not assume.
2020.
it's insert current year.
Yeah, exactly.
So, thank you for joining us. Join us
Yeah.
next Wednesday night.
Wednesday.
7 p.m. for sure. I was rumored it might be 6:30, 6 to 6:30 time. I'm not sure.
yeah.
If you're on the Discord, we'll update it.
Yeah, speaking of which, let me see if I ever added the Discord command, and did I? I did! Haha, good job, past me. So yeah, feel free if you want to join that for all, pretty sure everybody here's already in it. But, if Papa Zaff's listening and you want to make sure you get a notification when we start, you can get it from there.
All new characters, Eberron campaign.
Yeah.
Much more roleplay heavy, I'm assuming.
I would assume so, especially with how...
I hope so, because I'm spending way too much time on my backstory.
True. If Brody's one shot had anything to do with it, like it felt
yeah.
like there was a lot more.
His one shot had plenty of RP,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, plenty of RP to have.
So.
Yeah, well, thank you,
fun,
and
fun.
good night. See you next week. Not same time, but same bat channel.